Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Who will survive this review and what will be left of them? This is Pretty Lady Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, part of the 50th Anniversary Collection from NECA, obviously. While this is not the Leatherface that I have tattooed on me, which I don't know if I can quite get my arm. You'll recognize the movie poster there, and that is an old tattoo. This is my preferred Leatherface. He's put on his fancy jacket. He's put on his fancy face. This one, I don't know. It's not even more toyetic. I mean, the one with the apron really is like, oh, that's Leatherface. But there's just something about this version. I think it's because it didn't seem to get as much this look didn't seem to get as much recognition for a very long time. It was just the apron look. So anyway, I'm glad NECA's got this figure out. I have an older figure they did that has, 3 points of articulation or whatever that is currently on my Texas Chainsaw shelf, and that's gonna go because now I've got this ultimate. Box looks great, dry, dusty, bloody. It looks exactly like it should. We've got the look, the posing possibilities here. List of accessories: interchangeable hands and jacket piece, chainsaw, armadillo, plate of meat. Oh, what kind of meat is that? Hammer, cleaver, and knife. You open up, got a Leatherface hanging out in there. Big, thick, fly unzipped. What a mess. What a hot mess. And then on the bottom, you've got the credits. Everybody involved in bringing this figure to life. Let's open it up and check out. This movie messed me up. It's funny. I have these tattoos. We need an Ultimate Angus Scrim badly, and a Reggie, and we need Phantasm figures. NECA, get on it. But these are significant to me because both of these movies messed me up in very different ways when I was too young to be watching them. They had an impact on me. So now they've got a literal impact on me. Oh, look at it's the road where he does the dance. And if you haven't seen, here's another weird one I'd like to have. This is not on Audible Interlude, a G.I. Joe podcast. It's a podcast that I host, and we talk about G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe adjacent things. We have a segment called Let's Freaking Go Ring, where we talk about franchises that we would like to see O-Ring action figures of. And Summer School would seem to be a candidate. This background is great, probably be my thumbnail. Summer School would seem to be a candidate. If you have not seen Summer School, you need to check it out. But I want Dave and Chainsaw from NECA, like NECA-sized. I need those characters. And you know what? Throw a Mark Harmon and a Kirstie Alley in also while you're at it. I'm fine with that. Oh, nice. Wow, that barely even seems necessary, but how cool is NECA? Very cool. If you've been watching my reviews over the past few weeks, because they've been a little NECA heavy, I think NECA is very, very cool. They get what they're doing. They get their customer. And I hope... Ooh, I'm not getting into the whole tariff thing again. I've been talking about that enough lately. But I hope they make it. I hope everybody makes it. I mean, some are already not. All right, we're not getting into tariffs again. Sorry. It's too much of a hot button issue. Just like these tabs. Oh, look at our little armadillo friend here. I can't say I ever thought I would have a toy armadillo. But I could have said, if somebody had said, you will one day have a toy armadillo, Oh, wow. Okay, but the arm's removable. That makes sense. I wasn't ready for that. Neither was he. Leatherface is usually the one that removes the arms. All right. Got everything. I like his little handy green chainsaw. Gosh, I need a Dennis Hopper from Chainsaw 2. I mean, I'll take everything from Chainsaw 2, but man, give me a Dennis Hopper, please. Oh, he feels so great. He's heavy and thick, and look at those ill-fitting pants. This is leaps and bounds. You know what? I'm going to go grab the other one. Okay, you guys aren't even ready for this. First of all, I got to eat my words because guess what? Armadillo. I'd completely forgotten that this other one came with a little... Now, this armadillo is, sadly, has shuffled off the mortal coil. Or maybe he's pining for the fjords. But whatever the case, I do have an armadillo. Not as magnificent as this one. So take this... Let's zoom out. Let's take this Leatherface in for a moment and then do a little comparison from 20 years ago in 2005. Here is the first NECA release of this Leatherface. You'll notice the suit color is different. The fly is not open. He is not as fat. Portly. Wrong chainsaw. The tie is right. They got the tie right. And the face, I mean, come on. This one's honestly almost more gruesome just because it's more flesh colored. And look, don't get me wrong. This is a great figure. And I didn't buy it. Well, no, it's been at least 10 years since I bought it. Maybe a little longer than that. But I didn't buy it when it came out. Because at the time, I didn't feel like I needed this look. I had one in the apron, and I was like, how many Leatherfaces do I really need? And also, there's no articulation here. And I think the arms maybe move up and down a little bit. But, when it first came out, I was just like, I don't need this. Look, he's got his watch, but no bracelet. Look, don't get me wrong. For the time... This figure it's a little statue. It's not an action figure. It's a little statue, but it's awesome for representing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I do like the stand. The stand looks really good, but I mean, that just cannot compare. Let me get that out of frame. There we go. That just cannot compare with this masterpiece. I mean, look at the double chin sticking out of the bottom there. The hair is incredible. That sculpt. Lots of movement in this head for being such a thick, large head. Very expressive. Ball jointed waist, I think we already sort of took a look at a little bit. The arms, I appreciate that NECA has adopted these single joints that get. His only go about 90 degrees. Sometimes they go a little bit further, but he's going to be able to hold that chainsaw, so that's really all that matters. That seems to pop out a little easily. I mean, it stays in. See? But it does pop out a little, although I'd rather it pop out a little too easily than a little too, is it going to break? Oh, so the bracelet is a separate little piece. And it's got the little charm there. It's got standard NECA, the soft overlay. Look at his little skinny legs. Oh, he's so great. And he does, I believe, he does have standard ankles, and that's tough because he's wearing cowboy boots. Yeah, his legs are almost well, no, wait, because is that maybe the top of the cowboy boot and the sculpt right there? I don't know. I'd like to check that out again, because I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be cowboy boots and not dress shoes. And I mean, they look fine. I'm really, all I'm looking at is the ankle joint here, and my gosh, nobody's going to care about that on the shelf. I'm just trying to think of, like, should this be a little wider or thicker? But I find it hard to believe NECA messed that up. So you don't have a lot of range because of the way that articulation works. But I bet we can still get... Yeah, you're not going to be able to get that running pose. That isn't going to happen. So don't throw out your 2005 Leatherface. He's going to be a little limited as to how you can pose him, because there's not much in those ankles. But he is still more posable than the other one. Because I want him to be leaning forward just a bit more. Maybe that works. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to play around with it to get him shelf ready, as it were. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. A lot of accessories. We'll stand Leatherface over. Oh, and I totally missed. He's got the little cut right here from hitting himself with the chainsaw. Love the detail of the seams here, the pocket, the buttons, which are, by the way, all present on the other one. Interesting, though, that one's a black suit and this one's navy. The navy is definitely creepier. Look at this. You can even see, look at the detail of the stitching in the back. How wild is that? Like, it could have just been a line, but it actually looks like stitching. Here, since we're zoomed way in, let's take a look at that beautiful face. Oh, what a creep. All right, tell me in the comments, either rank the Chainsaw movies or just tell me which one is your favorite aside from the first one. You can't pick the first one, but any of the others, which one is your favorite? And I'll take a look at the accessories. So here's our new gigantic, bigger and better non-dead armadillo. I like it. Looks great. The little tail's not like bendy or anything, but it is a softer plastic. He's great. Got an armadillo. Super. Got another armadillo. We've got a meat cleaver. There's very unique looking meat cleaver. Look at the way the handle is done. Like, this almost looks more like it's meant to be a weapon. Got a really nice metal finish on the blade. Gotta fix my zoom real quick. Here we go. Got that hammer. And as with, look at that, look at the wood grain on that thing. Just unbelievable attention to detail. Got this grotesque little knife. A little homemade situation here. A fillet knife. Then alternate hands. And finally, there it is, chainsaw number 2. That looks, I mean, NECA has made a lot of chainsaws. A lot. Think about all the Leatherface figures they've made, all the Ash figures they've made. What else? I know they've done other chainsaws, so they're masters of toy chainsaws. Looks absolutely great. And we are for sure, I mean, this is what's going in it. As much as I like the, oh, we didn't look at the meat. We forgot the meat plate. That is disgusting. Look at this. Some pulled pork. Might be long pig. Some sausages. That is wonderful. Might give that to Roadblock. All right, so let's switch this guy up. We're going to pull, oh no, see that arm. Oh, wait. Both arms might, yeah, you don't need both arms to come off. Oh, I like that. I like that. So we're going to put on his action jacket. Action Jackson. Absolutely mentioned in Let's Freaking Go Ring. Because half of it, we talked about Die Hard. I wanted Die Hard in Let's Freaking Go Ring. Look at the way they did this sculpt. So this goes into, so you don't have that opening that you get with these jacket pieces a lot of the time. Look at that. This, even on this side where the arm is not removable, it tucks up in there. Oh, brilliant engineering. So let's get that arm plugged in. So anyway, one of my Let's Freaking Go rings was Die Hard, and I mentioned that the cleverness of that was that a ton of the people in Die Hard were also in Action Jackson, so you just turn right around and reuse those molds. I cannot get this arm plugged back in. There we go. I think I got it. All right, so yeah, I don't know how necessary this is, because really all it is this one swooshes off to that side, this one swooshes off to that side. I don't, okay. We might have gotten a little carried away with that. So he's got, weirdly, he's got just his open gesturing hands on as the default. But, I mean, you know, we're giving him that chainsaw. I can't think of a Leatherface. I want a Leatherface from 3 just because I need that chainsaw. I want a Leatherface. I want a Matthew McConaughey from 4. And I want Weird Illuminati Guy. Oh my gosh, it's going to be something if he can't actually hold this with both hands. Okay, there we go. Get that hand open. If I had to guess, and I may not be right about this, I would say when they did the other one, no, I didn't quite get his hand on there. I would say when they did the other one, they probably just didn't want to give him a smaller chainsaw, just because I cannot get his hand on there. That's driving me crazy. Those bottom fingers don't want to stay open long enough. Well, whatever. Oh, look at that. Swappable heads. I'm not sure how I'm going to pose him. I'm going to have to give, this is one of those where I'm going to have to give the movie another look to see what I think is the best, most unique pose for this Leatherface. I love how, look at the wear on his boot. like there's painted, you can't really see it just because of the glare from the lights in here, but he's got like scuffs and stuff all over those boots. Great. So there you go. That is Pretty Lady Leatherface. I can't honestly say a must-have. It's the one that I'm happiest to have. I have not bought their 50th anniversary standard issue Leatherface yet because I'm pretty happy with the last one they did, the last Leatherface Ultimate. I'm sure the new one is better, but when you're talking, you know, $35, $38 a figure, whatever they are now, you really got to make your choices. And so it was more important to me to get an ultimate version of this Leatherface. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about needless things. And until next time, buy what you like.
Smash that like button if you like needless things.